Yes, it is 2:35. I spent a little time at the senior center this morning, and I sent some emails, probably, two, three, close to 4,000 emails, probably 4,500, well, 3,500 emails. Yeah. And I was a little surprised this morning. I did not get any phone calls except my public defender called me. Yes. And wanted to know if I wanted to go to a cell hearing on the 23rd or the 30th. Considering my schedule, I was not able to call him back just yet, but I am planning on calling him back. You know how important it is to communicate. But I was emailing law enforcement about having the actual knowledge of a crime. And they didn't respond, and I was kind of concerned. You would think that child abduction and forgery and fraud would cause somebody to want to respond. Yeah, but they didn't. They just wanted me to send emails and act like there was nothing to be concerned about. I was just kind of going through some of these old emails from my birthday in 2017. Now I sent this today is November 13th of 2018. Yeah. 5th and 14th, someone's going to prison. Sheriff, the grand jury indictments. I found this interesting, though, that those in the judiciary can actually be liable for court hearings. Yeah. Vexatious court hearings. Now, you would have thought, okay, just a simple date calculation. Yes. Because I've been looking online to find out if I was on the docket or not. And I'm sure that my public defender has a very good reason as to why it is we are still going to court. September 25th, yes, was the last scheduled court hearing. It was the wrong day. Yeah. Probably an error on the part of the county clerk. Yes. But that would be September 25th, yes, and then October 25th, right. And November the 23rd would be a Friday or the 30th, yes. It looks like a full 60 days since the last scheduled court hearing, yes. But it would be 90 days since I actually appeared in court because the court hearing was scheduled for the 28th of September. Oh. Now, there was an error. Okay. There's no big deal. I think I could actually look to see when I last appeared in court. Yes. It seems that these court hearings that they don't really cost very much. They're not that important. Yes. Except I'm going to a cell hearing where you're going to decide whether or not you're going to take my brains. Yeah. You're going to have me admitted into a psychotropic medication. I just wanted every officer of every county court everywhere in the United States. Yes. Seems like it costs a little bit to employ those that are absolute necessities to actually run the judicial system. Now, I was in court on April 11th. Yes. May. Okay. June. July 18th. Yes. And it was a 2-count criminal complaint where the allegation was I was in Brennan, Washington on or about June 16th of 2017. Does anybody in the police department have any videos? Now, I'm going to put in prison a large number of individuals that say I'm crazy. Could somebody call the chief of police of Port Angeles, Women, Port Townsend, and ask them if they got any emails from me? Um, you know, I'm kind of thinking that judges can pay for their own court hearings. Not that it's important that you actually. I know there's probably another one here. Yes. Not important that you enforce the laws, even though you have badges on. Well, I know I have it in here someplace. I need to go through this and organize it. Oh. Now, I just want to make sure. Yes. Does anybody in the police department have any knowledge of where I was on June 16th of 2017? Well, the last time I was there, yes, it was Phyllis, yes, that the Judge Landis did not know. You remember Phyllis from Western State Hospital? Yes. And then I had to have another one of these. Yeah. And somebody just keeps having hearings without any cost to themselves. Now, I'm thinking that since the election's over and everybody's happy I've gotten elected, yes, here it is, a criminal complaint. Cyber stalking on June 16th of 2017 and a violating of a no contact order on June 16th of 2017. It is now November of 2018. As I remember, my right to speedy trial had told when Phyllis, maybe somebody wants to call Brett Roberts, the court record shows that you're violating. Well, listen, you stupid fuckers. Okay. Let's just go through it. Because I'm really wanting to put you in prison. Does every person understand? Now, I got a phone call while I was sitting making videos this morning. Yes. And Jack called me. Yes. At, let's see here. Okay. 9:24 a.m. And wanted me to get back to him to appear for a cell hearing on the 23rd or the 30th. Yes. To find out if I'm competent to stand trial. I want to put you in prison, Bill Benedict. Do you understand? I want to put you in prison. Now, you had a fraudulent election, and you're wanting to get rid of me. I spend all that time documenting all these crimes, and you decide that you're going to go ahead with the cell hearing. Right. You're going to have me involuntarily admitted into a mental institution. Yes. And you're going to refuse to enforce the actual laws of the United States. Now, I want the sheriff of Clallam County to understand that I want you to go to prison. Do you understand, Sheriff? I want you in prison. Now, this phone call, it should have been a mistrial. But instead, somebody believes that they have the right to violate the laws of the United States. Now, what individual in Jefferson County was upset that they lost the election? Ouch. Or maybe it's the new sheriff of Jefferson County that wants to go to prison. Ouch. It might be your first day on the job as a sheriff. And you're thinking, well, we'll get rid of all the riffraff that cause. See, there's a lot of motives for not enforcing the actual laws. Yeah. Now, I want somebody to enforce fraud laws. Now, I'm going to go through an email that I sent to myself. Yes, on my 47th birthday. That was approximately 30 days after the alleged incident where somebody didn't take seriously domestic violence laws. Now, here's a picture. You might have seen this before. Yes. The protected person didn't sign it. Oh, and this signature, yes, is of a non-elected oath of office that signed the weapon surrender form under duress. Right. Now, if we go over to page 3, oh, look at this. Wait, was it page 2? Oh, I have 2 copies. Let me see. Protected person. I'm going to want a grand jury indictment of every sworn and subscribed oath. To look at again, the protected person didn't sign it. Yes. These one of these signatures is a forgery, or both of them. Yeah. Then approximately 95% of the signatures of Heidi Lee Budnick of every court hearing and every court document are forgeries. Yes. But the sheriff's department doesn't want to enforce the law. Oh, it's so much easier to have me put into a mental institution when any thinking person, yes, could see the difference in the signatures. Oh, and then that incompetent employee of a school district, yes, that had a chance to sign the protection order that is or is not unionized. Oops. Now, ensuring the right to be heard. This was a screen print. I looked at it from the Washington State Court website. Yes, court rules. Somehow I don't think they're listening in Jefferson County. Did the new sheriff want to go to prison and the old sheriff, as well as Judge Landis? Did you all want to go to prison? A judge shall accord to every person who has a legal interest in a proceeding or that person's lawyer, yes, the right to be heard according to law. Now, I told Judge Landis she should read the protection order because the petitioner didn't sign it. Pooch. But since July 11, 2011, you never gave me any right to be heard. I told Judge Porter to read the fucking protection order because I was not given any notice or opportunity to be heard. Now, it could be Judge Porter like to spend a little time in prison because as much as you think you can do what the fuck you're doing, I can put in prison every judge in this nation that